How's it going, guys? I just got this laptop. A good mate of mine dropped it off. Said it didn't turn on, and I was like, sweet. But the thing is, he couldn't work it out because this thing had been maintained so fastidiously. Like every 3 months he'd chuck new thermal paste in and give it a clean out and that. And you know, that sounds nice. You know, couldn't fault him on maintenance and servicing it. But here's the thing. I took it apart. I had a look. Now, there's these things in them called flat flex cables, and they're pretty thin and flimsy and stuff. Now, what had happened is because it'd been taken apart so many times in its lifetime for servicing, the little fingers, the little traces on top of the flat flex cable had actually peeled off, and they were touching each other. No good, alright? So, this goes to show, if you're ripping it apart every 3 months, you're probably going to do more harm than good. That being said, how long is good enough? Well, something, depending on the environment, something like this, it's pretty old now, it's probably like a 2010 or something. You're probably looking at once every, for the first, you'd get away with just not touching it for 2 years, 1 year, 1.5 year, once a year. That's pretty good, you know. Like, if it's gonna overheat, and that was what he was worried about. If it's gonna overheat, it'll overheat. Let it overheat. Even if it does overheat, you know, it's not gonna cause too much stress on the components. It's got a Core i7 chip in it. I mean, any chip will do that these days. It will, what it does is it'll thermally throttle. Now, that will slow down the CPU, and you'll definitely notice a performance degradation after the dust gets in there. So, what will happen is, after a while, if it gets too full of dust, it will eventually just start shutting down. Now, it won't be instantly shutting down. It will probably take a good couple of minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes. And if you're doing gaming and stuff, it'll shut down when you're gaming. Stuff like that. It won't be like, oh, I'm not going to turn on today because I'm overheating. It actually has to wait. You actually have to wait for the chip to warm up for it to overheat. So it's not going to overheat instantly. You'll notice that anyway. And that's usually how it works. The other thing is, you can put your hand on the side where the vent is on the fan, and if you can feel, you know, a wee bit of breeze there, when it's sort of just chilling out, you should be pretty sweet, you know. If you can feel something there, it's blowing air through it, good. But basically the moral of the story is, these things don't need that much attention. I mean, this thing cost him heaps, so I can kind of understand his fear of it overheating and dying, but for the most part, since 2007, where all those bad chips happened, with the bad solder joins happened, you know, you don't really get that. This is sort of past the age of all of those weird overheating problems, you know. It'll overheat, sure, maybe, but like the protection on this board and on the CPU and stuff will prevent you from having big issues like it overheats and then the chip doesn't stick to the board anymore. So it's you're pretty sweet, so you don't have to worry that much. And if you do worry that much, you're probably going to take it apart and put it back together and end up damaging a cable or a connector or something on it, and it's just not going to be worth your time. Anyway, that's me. I'm outies. Catch you later. See my reflection. Awesome. See ya.